It happened back in 2012, not long after Mr. Wee had survived an accident that nearly took his life. The moment he believed unlocked something inside him. A sensitivity. A sense. Something that made the unseen a little too visible. He didn't scream when he saw spirits, didn't run, but he startled hard, violently, every time something appeared without warning. And it happened often. When he got into a well-known all-boys school on a sports scholarship, he thought life was finally lining up for him. He was a star soccer player, a national youth athlete, the kind everyone expected to go far. But the scholarship came with one rule he absolutely hated. He had to live in the school dorm. His home was only 4 kilometers away, but rules were rules. And the dorm building they placed him in was the oldest, most worn-down block on campus. His room was on the 7th floor, the top. But the real nightmare wasn't on 7, it was on 6. Everyone called it the best, not because it was great, but because it was the best place to get haunted. The 6th floor held the science room, the preserved specimen room, the computer lab, and the Thai classical music room. The science room was where it started. Every time Mr. Wee walked in, he saw the preserved infants in their jars twitch, curl, twist their necks in slow, impossible angles. No one else noticed, but he did. It made him sick every time. In the computer lab, dark shadows darted behind the rows of monitors, just at the edge of his sight. He tried to ignore them, but the feeling of being watched never left. But the place he feared most, the place that made his stomach drop every time he walked past, was the Thai classical music room. 2 traditional dancer costumes stood there on wooden mannequins. Teacher costumes, sacred, old, and they moved. Sometimes their torsos rolled gently as if practicing a dance. Sometimes their hands lifted an inch, and once, the first time he truly panicked, both mannequins slowly turned their heads toward him. The golden crowns tilted, necks bending in ways no human spine could. Every night after meetings or late practices, he took the old elevator up to the 7th floor alone. And almost every time, the elevator stopped on 6. The black accordion gate rattled open by itself, and from the darkness of that hallway came the sound of Thai instruments playing softly. Then he'd see her, a dancer, moving, stepping, clicking her heels softly on the floor, walking toward the elevator. She never entered, but she watched him, and he had nowhere to run, just him, trapped in a metal box, staring back at her. The fear built up over months, until it hollowed him out. He wanted to go home, wanted to quit the dorm. But if he told anyone he was seeing ghosts, he'd get mocked, bullied, or called crazy. So he forced himself to stay quiet. The breaking point came one Saturday night in his 11th grade year. The dorm was nearly empty, only 3 students left, Mr. Wee and 2 basketball players. The perfect setting for something to go wrong. Around midnight, thirsty and restless, he walked out to the water dispenser near the 7th floor bathroom. While sitting in the stall, he heard footsteps, rhythmic, firm, like a marching band, not running, not pacing, marching. This was strange. The school band never practiced now. and the rhythm wasn't like music rehearsal. It was synchronized, mechanical, like soldiers. He finished quickly, stepped out, grabbed a plastic cup, and filled it at the dispenser. As he walked toward the balcony overlooking the basketball court, something caught his eye. A faint, green glow. He stepped forward, looked down. His breath stopped. On the court below were Japanese soldiers, an entire battalion, marching in formation. Perfect unison. Step, step, step. Their uniforms were old, from World War II, their helmets dented, their rifles slung over their shoulders. And they weren't alive. When he squinted, he realized the green glow wasn't coming from lamps. It was leaking from inside their bodies. Their skin looked cracked, like clay that had dried and shattered. Dusty, gray, light escaping through the seams. On a raised platform, the referee stand, stood an officer. Tall, rigid, staring straight ahead. Mr. Wee's hands shook. The cup slipped and bounced loudly on the tile. Every soldier stopped marching. All at once, the entire battalion turned their heads toward him. Their eyes, what was left of them, were pale, cloudy, empty. The officer looked up, too. And that was it. His mind shut down. Darkness took him. He woke up on Sunday morning to his basketball friend nudging him with his foot. "Dude, why are you sleeping on the balcony?" Mr. Wee shot